After playing Alan Wake 2, I knew I had to play more games made by Remedy. Control was a game I was recommended by many people, so I figured why not finally give it a try. To talk about this game without spoiling anything is a tough task, but I'm going to try my best to avoid spoilers as much as possible. The game begins with the protagonist Jesse Faden arriving at the oldest house, the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Control, a secret government organization tasked with discovering, researching, and containing paranormal phenomena. Jessie is trying to find her brother Dylan, who was kidnapped by the Bureau 17 years prior after they were both involved in an altered world event that took place in their hometown. Jesse soon finds out that the entire building is under lockdown due to a hostile paranormal force called the Hiss, which has possessed Bureau agents. The narrative continuously builds throughout the game as you explore more. I personally felt the main story of the game was weak, however the lore building as a whole was very impressive. There are lots of documents, projector reels, audio and visual recordings throughout the game that help you understand more about what's really happening. Navigating through the oldest house was a lot of fun for me. There were moments where I found myself so lost and confused, which is exactly how Jessie feels about all the things happening to her. I highly suggest you keep reading all the signboards to navigate through the oldest house and not relying on the map. Exploration is always rewarding, even more so in this game. There are lots of side missions and secret areas in the game that you may miss out on if you don't explore. Throughout the game, there will be areas corrupted by Hiss. Once you cleanse it, you'll have access to control points. That's basically your checkpoint. You can fast travel between control points, upgrade your weapons and character, which I'll talk about shortly. Very early on, you get your hands on the service weapon, which starts off as a pistol but eventually can be transformed into many different variants, such as a shotgun or even a rapid firing gun. It's up to you to decide how you want your playstyle to be. The gun has unlimited ammo with little reload time, so you don't have to worry about ammo management. There's also multiple weapon and personal modifications that you find. I personally thought it was unnecessary bloat. Most mods were utterly useless. The gameplay mechanic that I found the most enjoyable were the abilities, especially launch. This ability allows us to telekinetically throw objects at enemies. It's easy and crazy fun. It also adds so much to the environment as almost every object is throwable, and even if you can't find an object, you'll literally be taking chunks out of the wall and floor to throw. I won't talk about the other abilities as they get introduced later in the game. Everything is upgradable. There is an ability tree where you can upgrade your health, energy, and also effectiveness of the abilities. Now let's talk about my main issue with this game. Like I said, the story wasn't that impressive for me. It felt a little bland and rushed towards the end. There was a lot of build-up, but the game did not give me a satisfying resolution. Keeping that aside, I found the gameplay loop to be extremely repetitive. The fights were the same throughout the game, which was disappointing, and even the little puzzle elements that the game had felt the same. Despite these issues, I still think you should play this game. It is a very fun and unique game. It is visually very good, and as always the sound design is very well done. And since Control 2 is in development, it would be nice to have a backstory. A part of me thinks that if I hadn't played Alan Wake 2 before this, I may have slight different opinions about Control because Alan Wake 2 simply set a new standard for me. I have a whole review for Alan Wake 2 as well in case you haven't already seen it. I'll link it in the description box. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and let me know if there's any game you'd like me to play and review. Thank you for watching.